What's happening, Tilray traders and investors? It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back in the Pursuit of Wealth. It is Thursday, February 17th. Hope you're doing awesome out there today. In today's short video, we're going to discuss the stock Tilray. There was some news that came out with regards to them launching products in Malta. Also, a couple other articles I wanted to share with you guys that I found interesting. And we'll look at some charting and some technical analysis. I'll give you my thoughts and opinions and what to expect in the days and weeks ahead. Before we jump into that though, make sure to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, tick the bell and be notified on any future updates. Stick around and we'll jump into today's content in just a second. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Before we jump into some charting and some technical analysis, we'll run through the news. First on the list, Tilray launches medical MJ products in Malta. So they announced today that they had their first sale of medical MJ to the country, and very excited. They said that the demand continues to grow across Europe, and they're extremely proud to partner with some of these distribution partners to bring new products to new markets. And they said that they can, Malta residents can get prescriptions for medical MJ and medical MJ cards to their family doctors. And those cards are issued by Malta's Superintendent of Public Health. In other news, it's been a while. This was on February 9th, but it's been a while since I did a Tilray video. I wanted to mention and make sure everybody was aware that extremely bullish article here. Tilray's Sweetwater Brewing expands distribution in California. And through this agreement, it puts their craft beers in restaurants, bars, grocery chains, and liquor stores across the Golden State. We know that Tilray has been focusing more on their beverages and infused beverages in general. And they even hinted that there's potential spirits coming down the line here very shortly. We could see a type of whiskey or bourbon type of infused beverage. So really looking forward to that. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited to try and get your hands on some infused bourbon. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Jones Soda, Monster also want to get in on the wave for the MJ beverages. So that, again, we're starting to see more companies start to take interest in this category. And I know in Canada, it's been a pretty slow rollout, and they've got limits on, you can only buy 5 each visit. So 5 beverages basically, which is a bit of a joke. And you can't get them in beverage or in restaurants or in, events or venues, that type of thing yet. That's all supposed to change here, likely over the next few months and likely over the next year or so. I would say we see some traction on that. But that was a great article here from the business of MJ. You can check that out on your own time. But taking a look at the technical analysis and the chart for Tilray, taking a look at the daily time frame here. So we did have support from February 14th, daily consolidation at $6.69 USD. We lost it by about 3 pennies today, and we're back testing the EMAs. We got as low as $6.66 today, and we confirmed a daily uptrend. We got over our EMAs, which were rejecting and acting as resistance. And now here we are back into daily consolidation, losing the low of yesterday and back testing these EMAs. So what was once resistance is now looking to act as support. So this was a save by the bulls as far as I'm concerned today. Like I said, we had support at $6.69. We only lost it by a few pennies. So the most important support going into tomorrow is going to be the low of the day today at $6.66, which we had a little bit of a better number instead of the 3 6s, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. And if we do see the low of the day today break tomorrow, then we'll see a second day of daily consolidation, and we'll be looking for a higher low compared to the support here at $5.63. If we do lose the low of the day tomorrow, though, it's not going to look good in the short term. We could easily pull back 5, 10, even 15% before we get to that support at $5.63 to scout that daily higher low. And we're going to be looking for an hourly trend change to confirm that the daily consolidation and the daily bottom is set before we anticipate a daily bounce and move back up toward resistance. But key resistance is at $7.48. And like I said, we need to change hourly trends ASAP. As soon as we confirm an hourly uptrend, we can be confident that the daily bottom is set. But no major red flags at the moment. Like I said, nice save by the bulls so far today. We're going to be watching the correlation to the broader market. We know that MJ and the whole sector as a whole has basically been correlating back to the S&P 500. So we're sort of just mirroring what the S&P 500 is doing. Today we had some weakness and some daily consolidation in SPY. So that just carried over into the MJ space. We also saw MSOS, which is the US ETF, starting daily consolidation today, but holding its daily support as well. So it's looking good. What we want to see is a nice strong close tomorrow and a hold of these supports into tomorrow and the end of the week. and that could mean that we could see a lot more upside into next week. So if you're watching Tilray to see whether or not we're going to see further daily continuation and hold this support and continue the daily uptrend, I'd be watching the S&P 500 as well, and also MSOS to see if the whole sector can see some momentum here. But if we take a look at the weekly time frame, we are back testing the 10-week moving average. We closed above it last week, and that's only the second time or the third time since we lost it as support. And now you can see here we got above it, but we didn't confirm a weekly trend change. Straight into a new low. We got above it again, but failed to confirm a weekly trend change. And here we are trying to get over it a third time since we lost it as support, and we've yet to see a weekly trend change. So I'm a little skeptical. We did have a bull cross on the stochastic and the MACD, but we still got a little bit of work to do here in terms of the weekly trend. And what I'd like to see is a close over 671, that 10-week moving average, leading into tomorrow. But we know that daily uptrends are great, but in order to be confident of a bottom being set and 52-week lows being set and potential for a new bull market in this space, we need to see weekly uptrends, and then we need to see monthly uptrends. So what bulls are hoping for is as big of a bounce as possible here on the weekly time frame, come back down. Once the top is set of the bounce, we'll form a higher low and a higher high, change that weekly trend, then we zoom out to the monthly, and we want to confirm monthly uptrends. We know that we won't be in a confirmed bull market. I think that we could enter a multi-year bull market, at least a year bull market on MJ, if we confirm weekly and monthly uptrends, as we know that the last year has been absolutely brutal for MJ investors. It's all great if you've been shorting the sector, but it's definitely been a short game over the last 12 months, and it's been a brutal bear market that a lot of people didn't see coming, and Tilray no exception. If we take a look at the highs from last year in February at $67, we'll just do a rough estimate. We're down from that high, we're down about 93%. So you got to be wondering when the bottom is going to be coming, but it's getting close, in my opinion. But again, we're not going to be confident. We all know that it's just a matter of time before we start a new bull cycle. You have to start to wonder down over 90% from February highs when we're going to start to see that macro level reversal. If you're wondering, we need to confirm weekly uptrends now, and it's looking like we're likely not going to start weekly consolidation unless we see a really bad red day tomorrow. I highly doubt we're going to pull back 15% tomorrow unless there's some major geopolitical news, with regards to Russia and Ukraine or the broader market, or some devastating news with regards to Tilray itself or the MJ space. I don't expect that to happen. So what I could see is we could potentially see a slow day tomorrow, maybe pull back as low as 650 area, but we should see a tightening range and maybe even an inside bar into Monday next week. And then if we see an inside bar Monday next week, then we could potentially see weekly consolidation Monday or Tuesday or early next week. And if that were to be the case, then we'd have quite a bit of room here to form a weekly high or low and attempt that weekly trend change rather. So we have key support there at 515. Let's say if we close tomorrow's candle, this weekly candle tomorrow, let's say we close it at around 660. We'll want to see 660 break into Monday. That will confirm the low of this weekly candle breaking on Monday once we have that new candle forming. As soon as we break the low, weekly consolidation is underway, and then we absolutely must hold 515. Scout that weekly high or low. If you're looking for some longer term entries, that might be a great entry to start adding on weekly consolidation. So just watch for the low of the weekly candle next week to lose the low of this weekly candle to signify weekly consolidation is underway. And then you could set your stop under that 515 or $5 psychological. You could essentially risk, if you get it as low as say $6, you can essentially risk $1 to see a macro level reversal, and maybe we even get as high as $10 here. If we change this weekly trend, we've got a lack of resistance really up until $13.95. We're struggling at EMA 12 at the moment as well. So if we do get over EMA 12, we get a lack of resistance there until EMA 26, that white line rather, sitting at $9.28. Taking a look at the weekly moving averages, so we have no moving averages nearby until 1168, which is the 100 weekly moving average. So like I said, I could easily see in short order a move up to that $8 to $10 area on Tilray with a lack of resistance on the weekly time frame. In terms of the daily, we're topping out at the 50-day moving average, which is sitting at $6.94. So still very strong resistance. So if we can close a daily candle above that 50-day moving average, preferably tomorrow would be great, over 694, we can expect to move up. We also have the 100 moving average there at 890. So expect some strong resistance around that $8 to $10 area, but wouldn't be surprised in the least if we did start to move up. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to be looking to add on weekly consolidation. Like I said, I anticipate that we could see weekly consolidation as early as Monday or Tuesday next week. Thanks for joining us again on The Pursuit of Wealth for a Tilray update video. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it on your way out, and we'll see you on the next video.